To begin on a sad note this evening, activists against gender-based violence are holding a candlelit march and prayer session in Mbombela. And this is in memory of 28-year-old Hillary Gardee, whose body was found this week. Hillary is the daughter of the former EFF General Secretary, Godrich Gardee. She was reported missing last week, Friday, and her body was found in a plantation close to the road at Mashishing on Tuesday morning by farm workers. Gardee is going to be laid to rest tomorrow in Mbombela. We get the latest from our reporter, Nhlamulo Mabasa. Nhlamulo, good evening to you. And, you know, this is just an awful, awful time, one imagines, for the family. But perhaps the support and outpouring of solidarity may blunt the edges. Tell us what's happening there.
Good evening and good evening to our viewers. We're coming to live from Hillary Gardee's home. Let me just take you a bit back. 2 hours ago, we were at the primary school in 2 kilometers away from here, where the women who call themselves, it's an organization of women who have decided to gather and march from that school and come to Hillary's home to light the candle and also to support the family. We know that gender-based violence is rife in our country, and right now, as you can see, I don't know if you can see behind me, they've already started the candle lighting in honor of Hillary Gardee. So right now, people are coming in scores. Different people are from around the community, from around the province and other provinces as well are getting into the house, coming to support their family in their time of grief. However, so far I am joined by the National Commissioner for Gender Equality, which is joining us to talk to us about some of the things that are happening here. Good evening, ma'am, and welcome.
Yes, good evening.
We see with this kind of tragedy that has befallen the Gardee family, what do you have to say in the way that she was killed in a brutal manner? And she's not the only victim. We have a lot of women who are being killed, let me say, every day, who are killed in such a manner. What do you have to say to such?
Firstly, as a Commission for Gender Equality, we are under the leadership of our chairperson and the deputy chairperson. We are saddened by the news. We're hoping that she will be found alive and be united with her family. So we are sending our heartfelt condolences to the Gardee family. We share in their loss. But I also need to bring it out clear that as a Commission for Gender Equality, we are sending a clear call to SABC that they need to conclude on this case so that the family can find the closure that they deserve. And again, we are saying not only about Hillary Gardee, there are a lot of outstanding cases, especially in Mpumalanga, in Nelspruit. We have over 5,000 gender-based violence and femicide cases. That is alarming and it needs to be attended to. And on its own, that sends a message that women are crime scenes or potential crime scenes, and it's a matter for concern us as a Commission for Gender Equality. Hence, as part of our oversight visit, we are monitoring all SABC in the 9 provinces, checking victim-friendly rooms and other gender-based violence-related matters in individual police stations. And we are also advising where we see challenges and areas that need improvement. And also as a Commission for Gender Equality, we are saying, we urge that SABC's police stations, they need to have a dedicated gender-based violence and femicide unit that will focus its resources, focus its attention on GBVF cases. We are not only monitoring SABC, we are doing monitoring in the 9 provinces on sexual offences courts, and also we have a special interest on the Thuthuzela centers. It is a good model, but if it's not implemented correctly, there will be challenges. So we are monitoring them. Where we find challenges, we advise. But also we are calling on both the private and public sector to continue releasing resources to the Thuthuzela centers. I've visited all of them in Mpumalanga. I can say there are best practices that we can talk about to say this is good, but money remains a challenge. But we continue to appreciate the good work that is done by public sector, private sector, in particular also the good work that is done by non-governmental organizations and non-profit organizations in assisting in this regard.
But what is the Gender Commission currently doing to curb such? Because women are being killed every day. It's not a secret. It's been pronounced that such brutal murders, it's just horrific. But what are you currently doing as the Gender Commission to curb such?
Yeah, exactly the three examples that I've given you. The work we do with SABC, the work we do in the Tutuzela centers, the work that we do with the Sexual Offences Court. But in addition, as a Chapter 9 institution responsible for the total attainment of gender equality, we do more. We advise Parliament on areas that needs improvement, and that advice that we give to Parliament improves legislation, and with a good legislation, if implemented, we get good results. There's so much that we are doing in a form of support, and we have also released what we call the IRAP report, which is an intervention strategy for gender-based violence and femicide. And in our IRAP report, we talk about, we have research-based information, we have methods, we have approaches where we feel that if institutions out there can go into our website, check the IRAP report, they will learn a lot on intervention strategies that will assist in curbing the scourge of gender-based violence. We are concerned. We spend sleepless nights with our secretariat, our administrators, and the collective of commissions in the commission to make sure that we fast-track work in the gender-based violence and femicide sector to give justice to survivors.
Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
With that was the National Commissioner Nhlamulo Mabasa from the Gender Equality, who is here to also pay respects in the Gardee home, in the Gardee family. So we will be monitoring what will be happening. But so far, the information that we've received so far is that the funeral will be tomorrow, will be held at Kamagugu in a church in Kamagugu here in Mbombela. At around 7 o'clock, the service will be expected to start. But for now, we are still here at the family home.
Nhlamulo Mabasa, thank you very much for that update. A very sad night for the Gardee.